Have you ever sat on the toilet and it's time for some paper and you look over and the roll is just a cardboard thing swinging in the wind and you wonder, who did that? That frustration that builds up. Well, I don't think I'm the only person that's ever happened to. Oh, no. But the thought occurs to me, who did that? Either they forgot, someone forgot, well, okay, you get a pass for that. Or someone thinks it's not their job. These are the little things that can actually take their toll in a day. You look around your house and you see, there's some clutter on the counters, there's some shoes kicked off where they don't belong, and there's a little bit of this and that that needs to be picked up and taken care of. Trash is overflowing. How do these things accumulate? And why do we let them get to the point where they can actually cause that little disruption in our day and set the tone in the wrong direction? Well, I have to admit that I'm guilty. Guilty as charged, because I'm one of those people that also is not the best at picking up after myself. And in fact, if you remember that little cartoon with Pigpen in the Charlie Brown series, well, that can be me. And so I get to the point where, yes, I get frustrated, and so I start the pickup routine. And now I'm picking up these things, and I realize, I look around and I think, I'm not just picking up my stuff. I'm not the only one here that's leaving a trail. And so, where does this take us? Well, back in college days, this goes way back. I've never been the tidiest person in the world. And I remember my roommate, she was a neat freak. So there we were in a dormitory room. Half of the room was spick and span, neat and tidy. And well, my part of the room, you might be able to imagine, those were certainly back in my hippy dippy ages, so I really didn't care too much. Some of that's carried with me, but now you would think in my retirement years, my senior years, that I would have all the time in the world to make sure that everything is tip top. Well, not so fast. Believe me, I'm trying, but I'm a long way off from an A plus. In fact, as I look around the room, I can see some boxes that need to be thrown away. I see some clutter in this corner, and I see a little touch up on my test that needs to be done. These are all of the little things that I put on my daily to-do list. But deep down, I really wonder sometimes, what does it matter? I've struggled with that question, and now I have, in my senior years, finally come up. See, oh geez, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. So, oh my, that's enough, baby. That's enough. I love you too, baby. I love you too. Well, you see what I'm talking about. You know what? The interruption with little Jack. That's all I can say. Well, maybe those are the best days and the best points of our life, is that we really need to stop and smell the roses. So back to the question here. I've struggled with this question all my life. Why does it matter? And how much do I really care about achieving that A plus or that level of perfection that I see others might already make it look so easy? And I've decided that, it doesn't matter to me anymore. It's not my main priority. I'm just going to keep up, and it's going to be fine. It's going to be good enough. Well, you might imagine I have a busy brain, and people like me who can just go off on a bunny trail at the drop of a hat, and next thing you know, I'm leaving a whole new trail of clutter and this and that behind me. And it's a happy little trail that I've been on. I'll circle back and I'll have to do the cleanup. That's fine. And I just feel blessed, and I'm going to take a moment of gratitude here that I was blessed to find somebody that loves me in spite of these imperfections. I've got an A plus in some other categories, but not this one. And I thank God that my spouse is not perfect either. I think that would be just a little too much for either of us to handle. So when I look at life, I see it as a juggling act where we are juggling. There's balls going up in the air, and that's fine, that's great. And then we have those balls that are falling to the ground, and we've got to catch it and boost it up. Well, that's how I see it. There's a range in here, of acceptable and unacceptable, and below that's unacceptable. And so our job is to keep those balls in that acceptable range. And if you can do that, even though there's always a time that something is maybe unraveling or not coming together as nice as you'd like it to, even in that range, it's okay. Just keep juggling the ball and just keep working it, because life is a rhythm, and to stay in that rhythm where you can keep up. It's when those things are falling to the ground and you become overwhelmed and you see that um, it's unraveling for you. And we're not talking about that. That's maybe when you need to just readdress the whole situation, take another look at things, and maybe even call in some help. What I'm talking about is that rhythm, that we can keep those things, those imperfections, the things that are going well, the things that are not going well, and we keep it all in perspective. So, on that note, I think that we ought to do a little laundry, wash the dishes, pick up the shoes, and take a couple minutes to do that. Freshen up. Is it good enough? If it's good enough, then job well done. Let's get on with the day. Let's go out and find something fun to do, and maybe a bunny trail. I don't know. But make the day great, and don't let these little things bog you down. Don't let them bog you down, because life is too precious to get caught up with the minutia. So go on out, make it a great day. Thanks a lot for spending a little time with me. I appreciate it, and I hope that you have a wonderful day, because I love you. I love you all.